Grace and peace, beloved. Come on in, come on in. Glad to see everybody today. And yes, I am in motion today because I need to be. Uh, you know, Such is life when you want to really be committed to this time with you, and yet it doesn't always yield to my being um, in one place at this hour. But I'm excited about our coming together. So come on in, come on in. As you come in, let me greet you. I believe this is going to be an exciting time for us, and I'm so looking forward to it. Blessings, blessings, blessings. All right, I think all my pages are locked on and everything is secured. Let me say welcome to my YouTube listeners and those who are chiming in on YouTube. I'm excited about you. I'll be doing another promotion at the end to ask people to subscribe to my YouTube page. And thank you to those of you all who have subscribed to my YouTube page. Also, welcome to all of my Facebook Live disciples who are just on and a part of Wisdom for Living. Minister Tina Wills, why am I not surprised that you're the first one on today? Why am I not surprised? I'm so glad to see you. Such a blessing, such a blessing. Like, tag, and share, Tina. Let's get it out. Get the word out if you can. Many of you all know I was not available last week due to a loss in our family, and just due to business in general. Oftentimes, I'm not always available. But I'm grateful this week that I am available and I'm here. Well, at least today, I'm here. I think I'll be in town again Thursday too. And of course, my pop-ups throughout the week. I'm always glad to keep tuned in because I do have pop-ups and I have various things that I do to just impact our life and to give us wisdom for living. I'm excited today because today I'm going to give some clarity to a thought out that God woke me up 6 o'clock in the morning after an interesting dream, and I'm going to share that. And I'm sharing my life with you all, so I'm going to share my dream, and then I'm going to share to you the revelation of what God was giving to me about it. Um, Barbara Davis, bless you, Alabama. God bless you. My DMV and my Alabama family is on. I love you, Evangelist Davis. God bless you. Love you, Minister Tina. Y'all know I do with all my heart. And so, God bless you. Do me a favor. Let's like, tag, and share. Let's get it out as best we can to as many as we can. All right. And let's do it. I'm gonna give a few minutes. I'm definitely gonna take some time to greet you all and to share uh, my greetings with you. James French, God bless you. Good to see you, James French. Good to have you on. Grace and peace to you. I pray you are well, man of God. I pray that life is blessing you and you're blessing life. Uh, Please add this to your network if you will. My smiling daughter is on. I love her. She and her husband are just full of joy and in the power of God. Sister Yavisha, Brother Antoine, Clay, they're extraordinary people. The Lord, I tell you, I know God loves me by who he sends for me to serve. And so we love the Clays. They are a wonderful family. Bless you all. My daughter out of Florida, Lindell Coley, God bless you. Grace and peace to you. So excited to have you on today. Um, Glad to see you. Listen, everybody, like, tag, and share. Would y'all do that, please? Put this into your networks. Give me the vantage point of talking to those who talk to you. I am mobile today. Don't worry, I am being safe. I have my seatbelt on, which is, for me, a big deal. A seatbelt is on, and I'm driving cautious and all those things. But my time with you all is important, and I try to commit to it regardless to what movement I have to be involved in. Kathleen Moore, my amazing, amazing daughter. Lord God, I'm telling you all, she's fabulous. Pastor Moore is a great leader, a tremendous business cohort, a tremendous daughter, and just an amazing person. And I'm so grateful to have her in my life and to call her my daughter. She's amazing. I love you, Kathleen. All right, so let's like, tag, and share. Let's get this out, everybody. People are coming on good, and I'm glad to see you. Uh, so give me a couple more seconds, and I'm gonna get into my dream. I told you I was gonna share that. It's a blessing. Of course, we always open our gatherings with this word: "Behold, how good and how pleasant it is for brethren um, to dwell together in unity." And so I wanted to kind of add that into today's conversation. Uh, it's such a blessing. It's so good. It's so pleasant to have each and every one of you all. Elder Latia Farrar, God bless you. That's our in-house grant writer. She's doing an amazing job. She's also our youth director. God bless you, Elder. We love you today. Pray you're having a phenomenal, phenomenal day. God bless you. Dee Frazier is on. God bless you. Sister Dell, the Lord bless you. God bless you. My nephew's on. Elton Barcliff. God bless you. Bless you, nephew. Glad to see you today. God bless you, Elder Chapman. That's my that's the primary engineer, if you will, for my Wisdom for Living with our YouTube and our uh, Facebook connection. She makes sure that every day it's handled properly, and I love her for it. Congratulations for the open door that God has opened for you. And I'm telling y'all, God is opening doors. Even when we don't see God opening doors, He's still working for us. He's still benefiting us. Uh, Old folk used to talk about dangers seen and unseen. Well, I want to talk about blessings seen and unknown, because there's some things that God is doing that we don't know yet He's doing. And by the time we get it, it's already been authorized in the earth by the kingdom. And so I'm excited and I celebrate those things that have been authorized in the earth by the kingdom. So the kingdom is already sent it as authorized, as being authorized, and when it hits the earth, we'll get the notice. So I'm excited about it. So congratulations. I'm gonna say that to y'all. Can I be the first to say it before you even get the word about it? I want to be the first to say congratulations. Congratulations. God is doing something for you. You're gonna hear about it in the next couple of days. Bless you, Tannis Carol, another part of my DMC, I'm sorry, DMV babies. DMV babies. Melissa Blue, God bless you, God bless you, God bless you. Kathy Faison, bless you, Kathy. God bless you, Sister Kathy Faison. Grace and peace to you. So, everybody, I want to get into this. You know, Melissa Blue, you know I love you with all my heart. You know I do. You're a blessing. So I want to get into this, you all, because a part of the Wisdom for Living expression is me making some transparency in my life and sharing not only what the Lord gives me, but how He gives it to me. I am a dreamer. For those who didn't know it, I am a dreamer. And when I say I'm a dreamer, it means I'm a person that dreams and has intention and necessary interpretation to my dreams. I don't just dream arbitrary. When I dream and can remember the dream, that means the dream has purpose, and I am to interpret it and go before the Lord about how He wants me to engage it, what He wants me to do. Whenever God gives you something, it's for you to do. Someone asked me earlier today, what is the difference? And I'll begin with this before I get into my dream. What is the difference between, um, warfare and then just everyday life dealings? And let me say this to you all as I'm getting into it. I am going to get into my dream in a moment. Bless you, Pastor Banks. Bless you, Pastor Banks. Oh my God, I love you so much. God bless you. You blessed us. We got something in the mail the other day, and it was just such a blessing. I forgot that you told me you were going to do it, and lady was just thrilled. So you will hear from her if you've not already heard from her. You will. The person asked me this question, and I'm using this as a segue into my dream. The question was, what's the difference between warfare, like spiritual warfare, and life? Because some things, you look at it spiritual warfare, that you know that there is a spiritual thing happening. Well, let me remind you, first off, let me begin with this phrase, and I need you to kind of note this. We're foreigners. We're actually foreigners because we're kingdom citizens occupying earthly space. We are kingdom citizens occupying earthly space. With that being said, we are both spiritual and we are also natural. We have our divinity and we have our humanity. Um, The warfare that happens in the realm of the spirit is against our divinity and our spiritual consciousness and awareness. Um, that we have to understand when we're engaged in that light versus darkness battle. But because we have a human component, we are in the earth, but not of the earth. So Christ made that revelation. Because that is our nature, there are some things that go along with daily living that are not about so much a spiritual battle. The enemy will use some daily livings to engage us during our natural life. But some natural living is just a part of life is a series of situations and circumstances that have to be navigated daily. Life is a series of situations and circumstances that have to be navigated. So, we love thinking not strange. Shall I say that? That some things are just life. The fact that if you're in this world, you need to have lodging, you need to have food, transportation, whether you own a car, take the bus, take the train, whatever, transportation. You need to have covering. You can't walk around naked. You got to have clothes. So certain things are part of our daily life. Those things do bring a strain with them, because if you're going to have an accommodation, you're going to have light bill and gas bill, and all the things that come with it. Some things are optional. Most things are necessary. Water bill, So these are things you're going to have, and you have to navigate life. With that being said, you need with transportation, you're going to need to have gas. So that means we need to, because of Adam, we have to work. The Adamic curse to till the land, to work the land, as our mates are cursed in birth, pain in birth, travail in birth, not cursed with birth, but the travail of birth. So that's a part of the outcome of our sin in life. I say outcome of our sin because Adam and Eve were a typology of mankind. And the determination of mankind was a product of Adam and Eve's decision. And their decisions got us where we are. And hence, as in Adam all died, so in Christ all are made alive. So the concept there is we have to work. That's a part of natural life. And when you don't learn how to manage that life, when you don't understand budgeting and finance and temperance in the way of self-discipline and those kinds of things, then that management becomes more difficult, becomes more challenging. It's already challenging anyway to be disciplined, but that's a part of life. That's not the same as spiritual warfare when the enemy, by assignment of spiritual imps and direct assault against your operating in the earth. The Lord said, occupy till I come. So my operating and my purpose in the earth becomes under attack by the enemy. That's spiritual warfare. Spiritual warfare is when the enemy is attacking my purpose in the earth. He'll use my handicaps. He'll use my circumstances. He'll use my selection of spouse. He'll use my choice of career. He'll use those things against us. Bless you, Marcus Daniel. Those things against us as weaponry when we don't yield that back to God. So that means everything we do in our natural life, we got to yield it to God because it becomes battleground for us. It becomes battleground. And so that's a matter of cognition. That's a matter of really being conscious and cognizant of your battleground. When you understand that you've chosen a career to be an engineer, you've chosen a career to be a librarian, you've chosen a career to work at Walmart, whatever that career path is, the enemy then can use that career choice to disrupt your mindset and interrupt ultimately your purpose or your ability to function in your purpose in the earth. Does that make sense? Are y'all getting that? Do you see how that works? He wants to use your life experience as battleground opportunity to disrupt your function in the earth and your purpose in the earth, which is kingdom driven, but humanity walked out. And when you understand that, then you understand the attack against you. Now, and does that make sense to you? I want to make sure we're getting that. Grace and peace, Bishop Milton Crenshaw, my brother. So I'm gonna pause because I want to make sure y'all got that. I don't want to just go beyond it. I don't want to just act like it was just something I said. I want to make sure you understand that because that is critical. That is pertinent. Thank you, Sherry Legg. Thank you, Jackie Perry. God bless you, my daughters. Thank you, Yavisha. Because I want to make sure you all understand that. I don't want to just say that and it's whoosh. Oh, it sounds good, Apostle, but I really don't get it. No, I need you really to get it because it's critical. It's critical that as we're engaging this life, we understand what weaponry actually we've given to the enemy. Because literally, we've given the enemy access to us by our daily choices. You could have chosen to be a mailman, and the enemy is going to attack you in that. You could have chosen, I'm working in an office. Okay, you work in an office. That means every space in that office becomes ground that the enemy says, I'm going to use this to interrupt, disrupt, dissuade, discourage. Some of your biggest fights are, or some of our biggest fights. Bless you, Lady Carter. I miss y'all so much. Lady Carter, Bishop Carter, I just miss you all. It's been way too long. Gotta see you soon. So the enemy uses that. He uses our paycheck. Think about how much the enemy uses your paycheck or the lack thereof, or the struggle therewith, or the consistency and lack of consistency, all those things. He uses those things against you on purpose. He frustrates you because they don't pay you what you're worth. He frustrates you because, you got taxes, and he frustrates you because you feel like you have more life than you have money. And so we have to be aware that although that's a regular life engagement, the enemy will use it as a tool against us. So you have to be able to balance and temper and keep things so that what is regular humanity is not overthrown and used in warfare. Now, and because y'all got that, that's easier said than done. I will admit that. That's easier said than done. Okay, I'm parked, y'all, so I'm taking the seatbelt off. That's easier said than done. So then you have to be responsible. You have to be responsible for if you make the decision to get married. Okay, you make the decision to get married. Hallelujah. That's a wonderful thing. Bible said it's a good thing when a man finds a wife. So, and they're going to have a great, great life. But with that, you have now made yourself open to the molding of God of creating two lives and making them one life. Oh, that's amazing. That's wonderful. God get ready to create something. How excellent. How romantic. How empowering. Oh my God, I'm just so encouraged by that. Oh, that's wonderful. I've decided to get married. I found a mate. This is great. Yeah. Also now I've just opened a whole new can of worms up for the enemy to use. He wants to try to come in and infiltrate and make toxic the relationship. The commitment to a single person. You decided I'm gonna be single. You decided I'm not gonna get married. I'm gonna be able to stay single. Okay, so now I've got another battle, and the enemy uses that. So every decision in life, you see how life is a series of situations and circumstances that we have to navigate and understand that in our daily navigation, which is just life, the enemy will try to come in and involve spiritual warfare in that life. So let me shift to my, if since y'all got that, I want to shift to my dream because I'm gonna tie it all together. I don't know if you're a dreamer on here, let me know. A dreamer, those who dream. Dream is, again, for those who just came on, I'm a dreamer, which means not just that I have dreams, but that I dream consistently. And my dreams, when I'm able to remember them, it means they have purpose and an intent. Because I do dream arbitrarily periodically, but most of the time when I dream, and I dream fairly consistent, the dream has a meaning. And I'm also an interpreter of dreams. Not every dream is an interpreter. I'm an interpreter of dreams. If you come to me and have a dream, the Lord has gifted me to be able to interpret the dream. One of my Joseph gifts. Yes. um, I see you. So your visa said she's a dreamer. I think Demetrius Moyer, Minister Moyer, I think she said she's a dreamer. Um, my dreamers, chime in if you're a dreamer. And again, I'm not talking about arbitrary. I'm talking about that kind of dreamer wherein you have consistent dreams, and you know those dreams have some degree of relevance. Some people dream because they didn't eat the wrong thing. Come on, y'all know what I'm talking about. Oh, I can't eat late because I done ate that. I'm dreaming all kind of crazy stuff. I ain't talking about that. Melissa Blue said she's a dreamer. Lady Carter said she's a dreamer. Missionary Lay said she's a dreamer. Okay, so I've got some dreamers on. Got some dreamers on. So with dreamers, there's an accountability for the dream. One, two, I have to kind of detach myself from the dream when I wake up because sometimes they're so intense and I know they have meaning. I have to detach myself. Um, and this morning I actually made, and let me say this to you all. I see you, Olivia. Olivia said she's a dreamer. Um, I have to, sometimes Facebook becomes therapeutic and I try not to make Facebook my therapist. I really don't. But for whatever reason, I woke up this morning and while I was sitting there just contemplating it all, I went to Facebook and made a post. And my post was a response to the dream. So I got to tell you all the dream. For those who bothered to see my posts, because sometimes my wife is Hollywood. People look at her posts, they respond and everything. They're very active. With me, I'll make a post and people won't see it for a week. So, um, I'm just being funny, but that's the nature of the beast. So, I made a post, but the dream was this. In the dream, my wife and I was at it was a large gathering of people, and I was navigating those people and trying to give them instruction and trying to help things get in order. Hey D, God bless you. That's my baby there, D Dawson. So we were trying to get things in order, and I was giving instructions and trying to help navigate it so it would come together. And it was a lot of people, and late at night we were busy doing what we do, trying to get it all to work right. And a guy was there. His name was Bishop. Well, put it this way, in the dream, the person's name was revealed. I don't know the person, but their name was revealed in the dream. I don't want to give their name because they may be whatever. But anyway, the name was there, and I remember the name. So he was a bishop, and he said, Apostle, I want to join. I want to join and become a part. And I said, that's great, Bishop. That's wonderful. We'd love to have you. Yada yada. So he says, we go on and we're doing things, and we're doing the closeout. And then he says, can my choir close out? And I said, yeah, sure. Let them go up. His choir went up. There was several young adults, great choir. They were excited. It was a great closeout. They were good, no problem. So after they finished, we're closing out, and my wife and I were doing all the things we can to pull everything together and close everything out. And I'm doing very meticulous things because that's me. I'm very meticulous. I want this to be in order, that to be in order, and everything, yada yada. I look down and I'm disheveled. My shirt, the button is open, and I'm trying to close the collar at the top, and my pants are wrinkled. And those that know me know I am not. I may not be Mr. Fashion, but I am pretty in order. I don't do wrinkled stuff. My pants are really wrinkled, and my shirt. And I call out one of my adjutants by name, and I said, "Do you know where my house is?" And he said, "Yeah." I said, "Go to the house and get a necktie. I got a necktie that matches this shirt. Go get it because I'm just out there." Now, mind you, we're closing out, but um, I don't know what's going on. So I turn to my wife and I say, where is that steamer you bought so I can steam my pants or something? Because this is crazy. I look ridiculous. I look like I don't look like myself. I don't look like I'm in order and organized. And so I said, I look like nobody, I said, parents say you look like nobody care about you. And so I said, what's going on? So we get in the car and we're driving away. While we're driving, the bishop who just joined calls me and he says, Apostle, I'm sorry, I'm out. I can't be in. I'm sorry. I can't be in. I can't be. I said, well, Bishop, what's wrong? He said, well, I see everything going on and I see you loving the people and I see you working and loving the people, but I don't see them loving you. I don't see them loving on you. And I just can't be where I don't see people loving on their leader. And so I said immediately, I said, well, Bishop, well, give it a minute because today was just a lot. Why don't you come to one of our meetings? You'll be able to see it better. And when I said that, the dream ended. So I woke up and I was really troubled by it. Um, I was troubled and I was burdened by it. And I'm gonna tell you why I was troubled. And please note, this is nothing self-aggrandizing. I'm not saying people don't love me. That's not, it's more than that. I was troubled because I felt like somebody who was new and was innocent, who had no connection, um, uh, they had no stake in the game. They had just met us. But their opinion was they could not visibly see that people were loving on their leader. They couldn't see that the leader was cared for. And it troubled me. It troubled me. Again, not because of me. Um, but it was because I remember I said you have to detach yourself from the dream. If I woke up, I would have felt personal, like, oh, don't nobody love me. It wasn't that. It was bigger than that. That's why I made this post. I said, can your leader, can people see that you love your leader? Have you made your love visible? And so for this week, I'm going to be talking about making love visible. Um, because before you get offended and defensive and all the things, everybody go, "Oh my God, I love you, I love you." That's not the point. The question is our love visible? Is it visible? And in the dream, Can you all hear me? I'm so sorry. Okay. If you can hear me, let me know. Chime in, let me know. Okay, thank you. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Thank you all for your patience. I apologize. I've had to reconfigure where I am. I had to repost. I forgot that when I'm in, y'all forgive me, I forgot that when I'm in my car, if I have my phone on my stand or my propped up, it'll get hot from the sun in the window and it overheated, so it shut it off. Okay, so my fault, bad posturing. Um, but I'm going to continue. I think everybody is still with me. It looks like I still have most people that were on are still on. So thank y'all for your patience. Thank you. One of the things that were relevant to me, let me put this down some so I can hear better. Okay, cool. One of the things that were really relevant to me was make love visible. For me, it was a matter of how we're in. The Bible said, "By this shall all men know that you're my disciples, by the love you have for each other." Well, how will they know if it's not visible? So then, love should also be visible. And I'm not talking about loving by giving somebody money or taking them out to. I'm not talking about that, because sometimes we associate love or the things of God with resources that got nothing to do with it. Um, Love is action, and one of my um, love languages that they call, I guess, is giving. In that, well, one of the things I do to show my love is I give, but love is always action. Um, Jesus even said, "If you love me, keep my commandments." So, in other words, if you love me, hey, um, you know, do what I said, which means it should be visible. I, I don't think, and I want to be really clear. And the dream really disturbed me because it meant somebody outside could not see that as a leader, there was love by the people. He said, I was very clear in the dream. I had to go back and listen to it. He said, I can see that you love them by how you're serving, by the things you're doing, by how you're giving your all. You're here and there, you and your wife, y'all doing this, that, and the other. But I don't see, I can't see visibly how all your leaders and things are loving you. And I don't want to be a part of a quorum of leaders that don't know how to love on their leader. That's what he was saying. And I took that to heart. Miranda, I mean, that thing really, it really did. It hit me. It hit me big because I thought to myself in the kingdom how, um, and let me expand it so you'll get it because, church people get so defensive. Well, if you can't feel my love, I'm sorry. Okay, fine. Look, keep that, please. What is that? Um, People are watching and they see how we treat one another. One of the things you blessed me about my church, and I'm gonna be very frank with you. One of the things that blessed me about my church, we don't have some huge building. We don't have a 40 voice choir. We don't have 500 seats and all this lavish stuff. We really don't. We have a wonderful gathering space. It's been made wonderful. It's beautiful. It's very technological, and it's loving. And it might seat 120 people on a good day. Really. Um, but the thing that blesses me is that the people that come to my church, more than one, I'll say that, a lot of people that come, they say to me, "Oh, I was so blessed by the love in your church." One person told me, before I even heard you preach, I've been coming 2 weeks before I even heard you preach, and I heard you on the third week, but the love in the church is what did it. Okay, so then it must have been something somebody did, something you saw, because he didn't even know the names to call. He could just say, "I see how this one was loving that one." And we always know internally there's always something going on, it seems like, with people. But on an overall scale, you can see the love. Love should be visible. Love should be visible. It has to be, if you love me, keep my commandments. I said to my wife, listen, if a man doesn't
do something to show a woman he loves her, she won't know he loves her. You can't just say, "Oh, I figured you love me. I figured you knew I love you." How? How? You know, how you treat me, how you speak to me, how you care for me. Um, if I look thirsty, you get me a glass of water without looking for a payback. Um, how you greet me, how you greet me consistently. So it's so many things to make visible, you know, um, and it's no way around that. People should see that love. Um, I was blessed. I think Ladies Ray do gathering butterflies. Y'all know that. And she put something out asking for in our church, saying, "I just need some help." I was so blessed all day because I could see people chiming in one by one from our church saying, "Oh, I'll help. I'll be there. I'll be there." It was just such a loving experience. And let me say this for the leaders. As a leader, as a presiding prelate, as a senior pastor, it matters. It matters. Not to me, it matters to other people how they see my church, how they see my Reformation treat me. Apostle Mitchell is on. God bless you, daughter. People are watching how her saints treat her. I know, as leaders, we'll be humble and be like, "Oh, we fine. It doesn't matter." It's not about that. It's about how people view how you take care of what they clearly see taking care of you. And it's not a perspective I often look at because I'll downplay it and say, "Oh, I'm good. I know y'all love me." Yeah, but people may look at it and say, "I hear them, but I don't see it. I don't see it, because nobody's offering to get this or nobody." And we often call them flunkies or whatever. It's not about that. It's about serving each other. It's about doing things it ought to be visible. Let me put it in another context because, like I said, church people are so funny and y'all get so defensive. Let me put it in another context. Um, my mother used to say, don't go out of this house looking all, whatever, looking all unloved. I don't want somebody to think you ain't got no parents, because they look at you and they know I love you by how I let you go out this house. Anybody know that? I got anybody got those kind of parent stories? I'm sorry. Does anybody? Look, see, if I change it, then maybe y'all will see it differently. Because if I say it in church, y'all gonna think I'm talking about, "Well, I want y'all to do more for me." I absolutely want to be loved. I absolutely gonna give love, but I need y'all to see it's bigger than that. It's like thank y'all, because my parents, they would be like, "Don't go out here with your hair looking a mess. It look like I don't care for you. Don't go out here with your clothes all raggedy. Look like I don't take care of you." You see, and that's other people's opinions. I know y'all are deep, and some people are gonna say, not everybody, not my listeners, other people. Some people gonna say, but other people's opinions shouldn't matter. Their opinion don't matter. It matters. Look, I'm sorry. Bessie Spence said it mattered. Roy Spence said it mattered. Roy Spence said, "Open your sister's door. Don't have nobody think I'm not teaching you how to be a man. Open your sister. Go out here, shovel that snow, and shovel the neighbor's snow, so they'll know that you have good training." I mean, they'll know that we have love for each other because I'm having you shovel their walkway. It matters, people. It matters. I got to get y'all to see that it does matter. It matters. Love has to be visible. So I'm telling you, all week I'm going to be asking the question: have you made love visible today? Did you make the fact that you love your brothers and sisters visible? Have you made it visible that you love your spouse? See, now y'all get me. See, when I take it off me, y'all get me. But yeah, I'm going to take it back to me. Is it clear you love your pastor? Are you doing things to say, "Yeah, I love my church. I love my pastor. I love those who are serving me. I love my wife. You do X, Y, Z. I love Does your husband know you love him? Does your brother or sister, have you made love visible? Do your children know? I'm gonna make you. All right, so I'm gonna make y'all laugh. Yavisha, don't laugh hard at this, but I'll make y'all laugh. Sister Jackie, my dog knows. My dog knows when I'm upset. My dog can tell who I love. My dog can tell who I love. And the dog wants you to make visible that you love him. What? My dog wants you to be very visible that you love him. You come in my house, he wants everybody in the house to know I am the star of this show. I am the thing in this house that everybody loves. He goes to each person to make sure they know. Have you seen? Almost like he wants to give you a tour of the house and stuff. Like, my dog is a trip. Y'all need to pray. Y'all need to pray. But even an animal knows. An animal, a dog will know who you love. I grew up. We used to have. When I grew up, we used to have. We always had German shepherds, and one of them was, we called one of them Wolf. And Wolf, first off, Wolf was crazy. Wolf was really crazy. Had a few problems. The first problem with Wolf. But secondly, Wolf was a real German Shepherd. He wasn't one of these dogs y'all get today that you know. He wasn't Chase. Wolf was something else. But Wolf knew who I loved by how I treated them. And he would bark at you, and then when he would see me, he treat you a certain way. Oh, all right, well, you cool. So I ain't gonna mess with you because apparently, you are loved, you are care. He could sense and see this person is important to me. And after a while, Wolf started protecting who I loved. Oh man, y'all ain't hearing me. Y'all, are you getting it? He went from, let me see who this is, because I gotta see if they cool, so I'm gonna bark at them. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, I see this is somebody that you love. Matter of fact, this is somebody you love and important to you. So he went from barking at them to now protecting and defending them. Why? All because he saw this is somebody that you love, and you are who I love. So therefore, they become the next visible expression of my love. Can your love be seen? And if a dog can figure that out, don't you think we should be able to? So I don't know. And some people probably, if you saw my post, they probably, I don't know what people thought of it, but I posted it because I didn't want to forget to talk about this today and this week. Am I making my love visible? Have I made my love visible? Um, have I done the things to make visible what God has done for me? By this shall all men know you, my disciples, by the love. So that means somebody sees something somewhere. Somebody sees something somewhere. Man. Okay. I was trying to find that thing I wrote down. Okay. All right. So I don't see it. But anyway, here's the thing. I don't see that. Pastor Mitchell said Deacon Chase is teaching you some stuff, and just think you never wanted him. Oh Lord, yeah. Actually, Tanya, let me say this. I'm sorry. Let me say this, Apostle. Actually, I was the one, because my military disability, they allowed me to have a emotional, what is it called? An emotional, what's he supposed to be? An emotional strengthening dog or something. He was supposed to be my dog, emotional support. I was the one who was authorized to get a dog for emotional support. So it was really my initial thought. The thing was, they didn't ask what kind of dog I wanted. See, the dog I wanted, they didn't want that dog. Now the truth will come out. They'll tell you. They don't tell you this. The truth is, the dog I wanted, I was looking at a bulldog. I was looking at something, a couple other things. Not a bulldog, a boxer. I was looking at a boxer. Then I was looking at not a bullmaster. What's that one? Oh man, that really big dog. Anyway, they come home with this dog in a pouch. I call him dog in a pouch. I'm like, I want this dog. There ain't no dog. This is like an og. Where the rest of them at? And so that's what really went down. I'm just trying to say. Anyway, I love Deacon Chase. That's my guy. He my guy. But but do y'all understand what I'm saying? I don't want to get off the topic. Do y'all get it though? Do y'all get how it's, okay, so chime in with me. Do you all agree that love should be visible? I didn't say only visible for all the technical people. People drive me crazy. They're so deep and I have a doctorate. I'm intelligent people. So if I say something, I know what I'm asking you. Do you think love should be visible? because I'm gonna help you. Because you know, it may not be you, but somebody will be like, well, yeah, but it's not only visible. It ain't what I asked you. Because sometimes we avoid the question. Question: do we think love should be visible? Yes, I see y'all chiming in. Yes, I agree. Yes, I agree. Um, and if there's somebody who says, well, no, I don't think it necessarily has to be visible. I don't see the need for it being visible. I'm cool with you saying that too. I'm just gonna ask you to explain it. I'm asking you to explain it. Um, because and most of y'all are saying yes, you agree. How does Here's my next statement. And if you have a question with this, or if you got something you want to throw out, I'm open. You can definitely throw it out. How does it make you feel? Hear the question: when you see people love something or someone. Okay, how do I want to word this? I want to get to my dream. Do you think it's relevant? Yeah, that's a better question. Do you think it's relevant that other people can see how you love what you claim to love? There it is. Do you think it's relevant that other people can see or should see how you love what you say you love? Is it relevant? Is it fair for them to assess that? Oh, that's a different question, isn't it? Is it fair for them to assess how you love what you say you love by their visible, intent? Because that's what happened in the dream. He made an assessment that made him pull back a decision. Now, I'll get into whether or not that was the right thing to do or not. But that is the point. He made an assessment there. Do you think it's cool for somebody to have an opinion on that? Well, give me your thoughts on that. Yes, it's relevant and fair for assessment. Okay. No, it's not. Okay, Barbara Ann, cool. I'm with you. You said no, it's not. Give us why. Give us why you said no, it's not. Because I want to, because I want to be fair. Because people may have a good point. I know what happened in the dream. I know how it made me feel. I believe I know why the Lord had me see that and what I'm supposed to do with it. But it's not necessarily all of what I'm dealing with. Hey, baby. My wife's calling me, y'all. Hey, baby. I'm on live. Okay. My wife called, I answer. That is visible love. Anyway, um, so yes, Robert Ann said no, and I want her to really talk about that. I don't know if it's fair. Okay, Jackie Perry said I don't know if it's fair because we all have different perceptions. Okay, I'm fine with that. Come on, read the book, not just the cover. Okay, but are you saying the cover shouldn't reveal what's in the book? I mean, that's a great statement. We got all these statements. We use these phrases, but don't most covers give you some concept, or aren't most covers designed to make you read the book? I'm just talking back to her. I still haven't heard from Barbara Ann. Jackie Perry said, I don't know if it's fair because we all have different perceptions. Okay, we all have different perceptions. Okay, okay, I think I'm with you there. Um, but is it not fair for them to say, um, let's stick with the dog. That way people can maybe keep it balanced. If you say they never get that dog no water. That dog's always out of water. Is it a matter of, well, maybe you just didn't see where the water was, or you didn't see, because they don't know the inside? That what you mean by perception there? Some people, I can't answer that right now. Some people hide their love relationships because they don't want people to be able to have an opinion about the love they have. Okay, I understand that. I do, but Bettina, I do. Um, yeah, and I think that may be getting to, but to Bettina's point, Bettina Moffat, that may be getting to the extent of the love. Um, so I agree that maybe they won't know to what extent, but more than likely, visibly, they'll see that there is some measure of real love and care, even if they don't know to what extent. Is that a fair response to you, Patina, because I agree with you. They don't know the extent. So therefore, I don't want to make visible the extent of my love because people may be A, jealous about it. A, people are going to judge it and it ain't their business. I get that. But more than likely, they're going to know, they're going to see something's going to say there is a real care and a love and appreciation for this person or thing or thing. Like if all you ever see me do is kick the dog, then clearly you can't say I love the dog. Not everything is on the cover. I agree. Not everything is on the cover. My question was, but is the cover not designed? And I agree with that, Chanor. Is the cover not designed though to make you want to read the book? Is there something not attractive? Isn't there something in the design of the cover that's specifically made to make you attracted to get the book or read the book? I feel as though the cover of the book should want to make you read. Right. Okay, that's the same thing I'm saying, Sherry. Shirley agrees. Because he only saw just a glimmer of what your people do. Okay, you're back to the dream. Okay, yeah, but I can't really speak to the backdrop of the dream because I don't know. I didn't get a chance to ask him, what did you see? He just said from his observation, it wasn't, things weren't being done. So I'll take that, Barbara Ann. Right. Um, you can't always see all people do, but you should see people doing something in a massive crowd like that. Maybe that was his point. This is a mass crowd. Why am I, being new, seemingly the only one seeing some things that are obvious that somebody should be helping you with? That's what I got the point was from the dream. It seemed like to me there were some obvious things that should be being done that weren't being done. And sometimes that's the case, y'all. Sometimes, as I pause, let me say this to you. I'm going to get to you, Kathleen, in just a minute. Sometimes, because I want to go to, whose comment is that? Barbara Ann. Sometimes the truth is we let our leaders do way too much. The truth is there isn't enough love. It's a matter of everybody just, you know, thinks it's automatic. And you don't stop and ask, hey, can I help do so and so? Sometimes. Okay, so let me say that. So the dream does have merit in some cases. And then in some cases the leader don't let people help. But so I'm just saying there's a couple arguments there. Okay, let me go back. I believe the dream was for you to see where some folks' intentions are with you. Well, yeah, I didn't want to get into all my personal interpretation. You I got you, Kathleen. However, for him, the bishop, to not connect with the Reformation is for you to have a one-on-one meeting with him. Yeah, I agree. Like I said, and the dream ended while I was getting ready to try to have um, that conversation, which made me feel like it wasn't the point. Because when I was getting ready to deal with him and help him understand, you got to be patient with people. And, well, what is your objective for coming in? Before I get to all that, the dream ended. So it was almost as if whatever point was being made or for me to observe was made. Like I said, the backdrop to the rest of the dream, I don't have it because the dream ended. But I know what I would have done in the dream. If he had let me keep dreaming, I know how I would have handled it. But the Lord didn't let me keep dreaming. So I felt like, all right, okay, let me just find out what the message is here. People see things as they are not always as it really appears. Y'all are funny to me. I'm funny because y'all are going, wait a minute, bruh. You ain't got to be in the Reformation, but you're wrong because you don't see what we do. Y'all are going in. I don't think that was the point of the dream, y'all, but I do think it was some things there for me personally to look at. But um, because the Lord, and if you're a dreamer, you pay attention to when the dream ends. If you're a dreamer, you understand cutoff because the dream could have gone on. But if it was cut off, then I need to be able to see what the Lord was wanting me to see in the part I remember. Just like certain parts of the Bible, they don't give us the rest of the story because the point is already being made. So the dream ended when you were going to defend the people. Yeah, yeah, right. Yes, Kathy. When I was ready to defend the people, the dream ended then. And B, when I was getting ready to give him wisdom on how to be observant as an Episcopal person in the kingdom. And also what things the enemy was trying to keep him from gaining by letting him have a perception without enough information. So those are things I would have gone into, but the dream didn't let me get into any of that. So clearly, you all, there is something I would have gone further with, which may have helped him. But the better question is, God, what are you trying to show me in this? Because again, before I get personally defensive or before I go into gear of what my assignment is, the first thing is, why have you let me dream this? See, I got to remember I said you got to detach yourself. For a minute, you got to detach yourself and ask the author, God, what are you trying to show me? Jackie said, maybe you should not be defending us. Maybe, because he cut me off as soon as I started to. That could be it. That absolutely could be one of the points of it. Absolutely. Wow, this is so good and great teaching a moment of us as dreamers. Yeah, you know. Thank you, Kathleen. Thank you. Wow. Yeah. And Jackie, I think that's definitely one of the points. Yeah, I definitely think that's one of the points. One of the points was, and that came to me right away. Honestly, I said it came to me right away. He cut me off from defending the people because he didn't want me to defend them. He wanted me to stop and look at what was being seen, as if to say there is some merit. Before you go defending, check the merit, because you're going to defend a whole lot of stuff and you're going to create a scenario. But check the pure merit, because he did not say it judgmentally. He almost said it brokenheartedly, if you all can get that. It was really like, I really want to be in, but I don't want to come in. It was like a broken heart. Like, if I come in, all I know to do is do this, and it's going to, again, creating backdrop, and I can't create for this. I don't want to be isogenical with this. I don't. I need to be, you know, I want to exegete. I don't want to be isogenical because I want to make sure I'm getting the dream. So I wanted to detach myself and say, what are you showing me? And dreamers, you've got to have enough discipline to do that. You got to have enough discipline, because you wake up and it's a dream. It's a dream. And you defending the dream. You are counteracting the dream. You are fussing with the dream. It's a dream. You're not going to change the dream. There's something there for us to see. And the only way to really see it is to detach yourself and your opinion and ask the question, Lord, what do you want me to see? So, without getting into all of what his answer was, one of the things I know was, um, are we making visible our love? Hence, that's why my conversation is what it is. And I have to even catch myself so I don't veer off into my own personal, again, defense patterns, because that's a human response. I want you to see that is a human response. That's a natural response for us to be defensive, to be very, I'm just saying, well, for my part, and that's not where he wants us to go. So, wow. Anyway, I just think I think this is great. I really do. I think it's great. Thank y'all for kind of letting me navigate through this. And I guess one of the things I really want us to do is take the time to extract the question in your life. Am I making visible my love? Am I living the kind of life where I have visibility to my love? And there should be a visibility component to my love. Absolutely. For myself, for wherever I'm giving that love, whether it's to my brother and sister, whether it's to my husband or wife, whether it's to my leader, whether it's to my dog, whatever I'm doing, I got to take responsibility for that and embrace that. So, if that's the case, then I want to make sure that we're getting that. So that's my hope was today. My hope is that you're getting that, and that you'll take some time to really kind of park and consider the value of that. Am I making that visible? So, you said I wake up from dreams, tore up, mind all over the place. Yeah, um, and sometimes, and that's why I said you have to stop and detach so that you can understand. Because if I wake up from a dream, like, and if I've had dreams that I had to get up and like take a walk a minute to get, because it was so real. But you got to detach yourself so you can find out what it was about. Otherwise, you're gonna make quick assumptions, jump the gun, and you'll start, like I said, you'll start fighting with your own dream, fighting with it, defending it, and you're not gonna change the dream. It was the dream. So Don't defend it. Don't fight about it. Stop and ask yourself, well, ask the Lord, what what are you showing me? What am I supposed to see in this? Because you're so busy fighting, you don't miss the whole point. I'm so busy being messed up, I don't miss what God is saying. But I want you to catch that. So, um, for this week, I'm gonna be talking about, uh, is your love visible? Are you living a visible love life? Are you able to can others see that you actually love and care for what you love and care for? Because I think that's relevant. Again, Jesus said the same thing. He said, listen, if you love me, keep my commandments. If you love me, do something. By this shall all men know you my disciples, by how y'all are loving one another. And that's a visible thing, y'all. He was saying if they can see y'all love each other, they'll know you my disciples. By how you respond to them in love, how you love. So yeah, it's relevant. Okay, so I'm gonna start with this. I love you. If nobody's told you today, I want to be one of the first people to tell you, I absolutely love you. I think you're amazing, and I pray you have a phenomenal, phenomenal day. To all my YouTube listeners and those who are viewing, thank you for chiming in. To all my Facebook live disciples, I love you all so much. Thank you so much for being a part and for daily doing this. Like, tag, and share this. Put it where people can see it. I think this conversation is going to be so healthy for people. It may be therapeutic. Somebody may watch it later tonight and all throughout the day. And I think it's really going to help them. So, the hearts you see going up, those hearts are for you. That's one of the things we do at Wisdom for Living. Is one of the traits if they're a real Wisdom for Living consistent disciple. They put up hearts at the end because it's what we do. We show love every day. I think it's so important that everybody feel loved. We're losing people because they feel like nobody loved them. People are shooting people because they feel like nobody loved them. But all kinds of crazy stuff. And so, those hearts you see going up there for you, they love you. I love you. Do me a favor. Thursday I'll be on. Thursday at 12 noon I'll be on. And I'll probably have a pop up sometime tomorrow, maybe tomorrow night or something. So let's do that together. We're better together. We're better together. Remember how pleasant it is for brethren to dwell together in unity. Let's do what has to be done. Let's do what's right to do, and let's take time to love each other. If you don't have anywhere to be on Sunday, if you don't have a church home or whatever, by all means, you are welcome to the love that you'll see at We Church. You're welcome to it. 2403 Lindham Street in the city of Durham, North Carolina. I would love for you to come and be a part, be my guest for this upcoming week. My wife and I'd be grateful to see you. It'd be amazing. If you haven't had a chance to get any of my writings or whatever, you can always go on the website, apostlespence.com, and get my itinerary, get the website, all those things you need. Um, Listen, I've got a Bible college that's open. It's amazing, too. Got a Bible college open. Our semester for September begins. And Dr. Luter is teaching that's September session, so you want to catch it, get in on that. And it's going to bless your life. Word World Harvest School of Theology. You're just going to be blessed by it. So, all those things on the website, you'll be able to get all that, get it, and let's be blessed together. I want you to have an extraordinary day, for real. Extraordinary day. Love somebody on purpose. And I'm going to see you sometime this week. I'll see you Thursday, if not before. Be blessed. Love you to life. Shalom.